What's going on, guys? We're gonna do a little update today on the Rat Raw build. So I didn't mention in the last video before we started this Detroit. Right here, I'll show you. These, I got everything back together, but underneath here, the injectors were all stuck. So what I had to do when I cranked it over by hand to make sure that the engine wasn't locked up, the rack was not stuck at one point. So as soon as I cranked it over, they got stuck. So I had to take a pair of vice grips and pry up with a pry bar on all. Well, this one, the front one wasn't stuck. These last three injectors were stuck. So we got that done. And then I also went and forgot to mention that I went and had the starter rebuilt, because the other starter, the end of the solenoid here, had broken off from this engine being laying on its side for the last 20 years underneath the barn. So yeah, and we got a bunch of stuff that's going to be going on. I just get so busy with work. I drive a mixer truck for a living, so I got a lot of cool will it start videos coming, especially that old white over there. And we got a first gen Cummins over there. We might do a will it start. It needs some injector lines, a starter. It needs to be, someone took a bunch of parts off of it. And then well, the loader runs. It just kind of just on standby. It only gets used for emergency situations because it pukes out so much hydraulic fluid out of that front ram over there. But today, what I'm gonna be doing is let's go take a look over here. I have an 86 Toyota pickup that was solid axle swapped. Well, I swapped the frame. This was just a cab and frame, and I just put it all together. I got the old jet skis over there. Oh yeah, the old Yamis. 1100 triple. So I just put a motor in this. I know I just got off track here from the Toyota, but I want to let you guys know I just put a motor in this. This is a 750 twin carb. That one, I just went out and test rode it. It needs a rebuild. It's spraying combustion in between the lower end and the jugs out the back. Every time you rev it, you see combustion coming out, and it's leaking fuel. So I'm going to do a rebuild on that. These ones are my runners. Yamaha 650, and that's 750 Kawasaki single carb that I rebuilt a couple years ago. So those all run. Those are my reliable ones I ride every year. Okay, so here's the Toyota. These are supposed to be for the jet skis that cover them up. So I've literally built this whole truck from parts of other trucks. Like I said, the frame is an 86. Well, I bought the frame with someone had already did the front hanger and everything on here, as you can see. And then I don't like that setup. I'm gonna be redoing this. Usually it's supposed to go right here, in between here. You're supposed to drill the hole. That's where I like the shackle. I don't know why they did that, but I don't like it. And then they did not move the steering box forward. If you can see where that tie rod is at, it's behind the steering one, and it should be about another 2 inches up. You guys can see that. So that steering box needs to be moved forward, and then we're gonna plate it. So anyways, yeah, this is it. It has a motor. This is a diesel swap. So I swapped in out of an 82 Peugeot 505 turbo diesel. Has the Toyota transmission with the 228s, dual cases. An adapter plate goes to the Peugeot diesel motor. So it's kind of one of a kind. So it's not popped. But we'll start this thing here in a little bit. It hasn't been started in a year, so it's been a, you know, it doesn't sound like a long time, but it's been a while. Okay, so there she is. Turbo diesel, 86 Toyota. So the pump is very similar to the first gen Dodge Cummins pumps. You can put the fill pin in there. So I already cranked everything up, the smoke screw and everything on this Bosch pump here. So it does dump some black smoke when you get into it. It's got a little bitty turbo on there. Probably gonna upgrade that later. You know, I don't know about, you know, how much I want to go into it, but I mean, I just want it to be able to run and drive on the road. Basically, I don't know if I want to do an intercooler setup or not. Be a good idea, but it's just going to be basically off-road and maybe do a little bit of daily driving out of it one day. We'll see. Like I said, this guy's still got to find a bed for it. But it's everything's functioning on it. 4-wheel drive. Okay, all right, so we'll go grab a battery and we'll fire this thing up for you guys. Pretty rare, like I said, not very many. No one out here has really done this build. So, all right, let's go get a battery. See if we can find a battery that's got some juice in it. Another Dodge Cummins flatbed. 01. Everything runs out here, even the old water truck. It's got a 12 valve Cummins in it. So like I said, we'll start doing some will it starts and some of the stuff. We got the old battery pile over here. I think this one right here. This one right here is up. I'm gonna go make sure I have a. Get out of here, Cap. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully the keys. You know what? Let's see here. It's a positive and it's gonna go down like that. Okay, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's right. I have not hooked up a wire for the glow plugs. Shoot. So what I was happening to do temporarily, like I said, guys, I work a lot, so I can only get so much shit done around here. I got so many projects. That's right, I had to use jumper cables that I did last time. Okay, I'll be right back with some jumper cables. That's where I left them from the when I had to start the Detroit there. Okay. Let's see. So what I did is I went positive here. Positive on the other side. Stick it right here on this one right here. Hit arc. I'll probably get 15 seconds. Yeah, so I ended up having to do a, when I started this build, the other engine I had originally had a cracked block. So as soon as I put coolant in it, it was pissing it out the back. So I ended up having to pull this whole engine out. Luckily I had another block and I had a brand new head because the head was cracked in between the valves. So I wasn't gonna chance using a brand new head gasket. So I swapped the injectors over, intake, turbo, injection pump, and put it all back together. So let's see what happens. Oh great. Where's the key? Where did I put the key? God damn it. Hold on, I gotta go back in the shop. I think I left the key in there. Okay, I found the key. I was hanging up in the shop. So this was a carbureted truck too, so that's why it's pretty easy to wire everything up. There ain't much. Alternator and starter and temperature gauge. Put an aftermarket one there. But we'll be putting that inside. That was just temporarily. Uh-oh. Okay, what's going on here now? We got bad connection. Really? You got a shitty battery? Apparently so. What garbage these batteries are nowadays. Just had that thing on the charger like 3 days ago. And of course, it's a EverStart. Walmart piece of shit. Excuse my language. Yep, we're gonna go get another battery. Oh boy. Okay, I got another battery. Well, look at that, it's another EverStart. This one's been pretty good though. For a Walmart battery. I don't even know what the date is on it. Oh, it fit there. So it was faded. Look at that, 8/16. Whew, is that good? And I was just talking trash about the other one. Jeez. See if it cranks it over. Yep. From 2016. Imagine that. Let's get the old glow plugs in our little cycle here. Ooh. Okay, that should be good. Another thing that I just remembered is the feel, and it is sitting kind of downhill right now, if you look, was flowing back to the tank. So I need to put a check valve in there. That was another issue, because once you start it for the day, it starts right up every time. And I'm foreseeing us running the battery down from doing this, because I got to get fuel sucking from the tank to the pump. Okay. Let's see what that does. Shit around here. Come on, girl. Alright. Might have to go find a little bit of ether in the can. Yeah, see, it's not even. Let me see here. Let me see what I got. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's only a little bit in there. Not good. I think it's going to be enough to get the oil. Oh, okay. It's definitely going to start now. Most definitely. Uh-oh. Might have put a little bit too much in there. Whew. She's pissed now. Come on. Don't feel me now. Okay. A little bit that time. Just a little bit. Really? Well, we see how this is going. I really don't want to crank that battery down. Shit. Should have picked up fuel by now. I know it has fuel in it because I put it in there. There's 5 gallons of it. We'll hit the glow plugs and then we'll spray it with some ether. It won't go boom. I promise. Well, no more ether. Okay, so we let the battery charge for a little bit. I ended up having to take this fill filter off here, and I had to blow air from the tank up to here. I took the hose off right here, so I got fuel up to here. I blew air in the tank with the air compressor, got fuel up to there. So basically I had to rebleed the system. I didn't have to crack the lines because these are kind of like, in a way, self-bleeding return lines here. Usually gets up, you can see there should be fuel in there. So I'm gonna try cranking it a little bit and see what it does. Okay, so I can see it's pumping fuel. You can see the bubbles. I was seeing the bubbles coming out of there. So let's see. Let me see what we got going on here now. Give it another little thing of the glow plugs here. Okay, it should start. Loud. Cloud. Oh, she rolls cold. Yeah, she's got some stupid 20s on there. Those are just rollers for now. I got some super swampers I'm going to be putting on here. I don't have the front drive line in there. I have to build one for it. I have one out of my other Toyota. I have another 86 over there. Look, there's the dual casing. So that is a Peugeot belt housing. There's the adapter plate. There's a Toyota transmission. I'll have to take it out of here and bring it out in the daylight so you guys can see it. You can see it now, but they maybe do a we'll go for I'll get it driving. We'll go for a